Hey, welcome to Mark's Garage channel. This is Missy. This is my 47 GMC. I've been working on this for over a year. Hope you like and subscribe. Morning. Welcome back to Mark's Garage channel. I picked this up from Classic Auto. It's a signal light thingy. Kind of on the fence of whether to install it or not. To me, it looks just like too brand new to go with this truck, but I guess if it bothers me, I can always take it off or patina it in some way, rough it up a little. But I think it's pretty simple to hook up. Of course, I'm waiting for the flasher to come in. It didn't come with a flasher, so I had to send away to Amazon for one. Should be here tomorrow. But I'm gonna get this installed, talk about a few other things I got going on. I got to tell you my marketplace story for yesterday. That's my son's moped. He calls me up. He's away at school. He says, "Hey, can you sell my moped?" Here's the guy's number. Call him. Make an appointment. He'll pick it up. Call the guy. He says, "Yeah, I'll be there in 30 minutes." There it is. Still there. Guy never showed up. Unbelievable. All right, that's enough of me babbling about what else is going on around here in the garage. But I've got this signal switch installed, and now I got to wire it. So I ordered the flasher from Amazon. It came in 3-pronged flasher. I got the diagram. The diagram's a little confusing to me because they got 4 wires, one for each tail light or each light, signal light, front, back, 2 in the front, 2 in the back. You would think the signals would go at the same time, and then they've got a hook up to the brake switch, which I can't understand why they do that. So I'm going to at least get the flasher and the power on and then go from there. So one of the things I want to make sure I do is put this together in a neat, orderly fashion where the wires aren't seen and they're tucked up under the dash properly. So first thing I did is hook up the flasher. I called out the 2 wires or 3 wires that go to it. Red, blue, and black. The red, I got to find the other end of this. It goes to a power supply. I'm thinking this should only be powered when the key is on, so I'm thinking the best place to hit that is probably on the light switch. I believe there's a circuit there that turns on with the key switch. I just got to figure out which terminal it is and land the red wire on that one. And I just got to get up under the dash and do that. So I got the flasher hooked up and tucked up under the dash, and I connected a bulb to see if I can get this thing to work. And of course, first try it didn't. So just thinking out loud, it's probably a bad ground, so I'm going to try to put a separate ground on there and give it another shot. Now that's interesting. I'm reading the directions, and they say, clean the steering column of paint and make sure you get a good ground. And I'm looking at this housing. This housing's plastic. You can't get a good ground on plastic. So I don't know how they expect to get a ground, or if I even need a ground, if they're just pulling my leg there. All right, here comes the test. I'm trying to do this with one hand, so bear with me. Signal light left. Okay. So in theory, this thing works. So the next thing I need to do is connect these wires on the left, which are part of the harness, to the wires on the right, which are part of the blinker setup. And that leaves these 3 remaining wires. The red one has something to do with the brake light, which I haven't figured out. And the orange and brown are for the back tail lights, which I don't need because I could just take them off the front tail lights. So as far as the front turn signals go, the trick now is to get this dual filament holder inside of this front signal light or front park light bucket. So right now it's a park light. It's only on when I've got parking lights on. When the headlights are on, it comes off. So it's a single element bulb and holder in there. And I got these replacements with dual elements that I got to try to make them fit or retrofit to work. So I'm going to take a shot at that next. Just to remind you what I'm dealing with here on the front headlight. This is on here. You see that bulb doesn't stick out as far because it's a much smaller bulb than this one here. So this would need to be recessed in the bucket about 3/4 of an inch inside it. So where this sits flush at the top of the bucket, the new light with the dual socket has to get recessed and back. So I had to take this entire bucket out and rework it. Not the bucket, rework the holder so it's recessed. So there's the bucket in the vise with the bulb holder recessed back in there. See, I had to cut it up a bit with the tin snips to get it to fit. Now I need to weld it in there, make it stay there, and to have a good ground. 2 reasons to weld it. Alright, I'm set up to do some welding here. I got my Yes Welder 135 that I won from my friend Ken in Oklahoma. Ken is also known as Billy Bondo. Not everybody knows his real name, but he did share it with me, so I'm going to give it a shot. If you don't know already, I'm the world's worst welder. So I'm hoping this does what it's supposed to do. And I don't think it's supposed to do that. So let's start again. Can't tell whether it's welding or just blowing holes through stuff. Whoa. That's not how you do it. Oops. That was bad. Try to get over here again, see if it's working. Okay, works there. There we go. Man, that is ugly. But let's see if it'll hold a bulb. That's the question. So when I was trying this before, it just kept pushing down. Now I put a bulb in here. Hopefully I didn't squeeze it too tight that it won't hold the bulb. Uh-oh. Doesn't seem to want to turn. There are those bayonet connectors right there and there. Oh, there it is. Now, maybe I'll do this off camera. Hopefully that's not too hot. Let's see. They went in before. Ah, there it is. There it is. Did anything move when I did that? No, that's perfect. I should probably just test the lights to make sure they work. Check on a battery. But we'll bring this over to the battery and see if it works. So that worked out good. Now it's just a matter of putting it all back together and splicing the wires and all that. I just tried it on the battery. One light is definitely, one beam is definitely brighter than the other. So I'm not sure which one is for the signal. Should the signal be the brighter one or should the park light be brighter? But whatever I decide, I think I should be consistent. Is that? I'm looking at this as I put it in. What the heck was that? Bulb is awful loose now. I'm going to try to take it in and out again. Okay, I re-welded it twice and tested it out, and I marked the brighter wire. I still don't know if the bright one should be the blinker or the park light. I'm leaning towards blinker, but now I'm going to see if I can get this bucket to go back in, and I'll reconnect it. So yeah, now it goes right in. Light bulb, I didn't even check this, but this, uh-oh, I might have to do this again. See, the light is hitting this, so I should have pushed it down a little further. That's a mistake. Big mistake right there. Unless, does this gasket go? Oh yeah, this gasket goes right here. Right there. All right, where's this gasket go? Only goes one way because there's 3 notches in it. One for the, yeah, there it is. Okay. This might just make it with the gasket. And then the gasket's got to, the light only goes one way also. Yeah. Just makes it. Barely makes it. So there, that's a good deal. So now I put the screws back in. These are these special screws. Forgot, I think the shorter one goes on the left, and this one on the right is a reproduction that I had to put on. So let me get my screwdriver and get on that. All right, getting ready to wrap this video up. There's the parking lights on. I'll walk over to the cab. I'm just going to reach in. I got the ignition on already. Push that down like I'm going to make a left turn. Come back to the front and check that out. So the second element, the brighter one, is overriding brightness and signaling left turn. I just got to do the right side now, but I appreciate everybody watching, and try to figure out what I got to do with the tail lights next, because I think that's a little different because I might have to add a light somehow on the tail lights. I don't know what to do there, but I'll see if I can update you another time. Thanks for watching.